Hello, this is Ryder here to review the Ohsama Sentai KingOhger DX King's Weapon. Had to adjust that. Anyways, this is the sidearm of the KingOhgers, because this thing is not a sidearm. Basically, it's a shield that can change depending on its blade orientation. I generally don't know. This weapon is confusing. But anyways, here we have the KingOhgers again. I do like how they're all mostly equally present. It's just that obviously Kuwagata Ohger is bigger than the rest of the team. And this is an interesting box, for sure. So here we have the main functioning thing of, oh look, Naginata mode. Again, I actually appreciate that they're actually making the flaps like this, even though they easily could have done that. So each mode for the KingOhgers. So again, we got the blade mode, the gun mode, the comma mode, the bow mode, and the claw mode. And then we get the Ohger slash. No Ohger finish, I get. Not Ohger finish, Ohger shoot. That's weird. Naginata mode once again in each mode. And all the warnings and such, but the QR code for the PDF instructions. Look at that marbling, it's a lot. I mean, this marbling's on par with the Showa Ryder Vice stamps. Here we have the King's Weapon out of its box. This thing can't, like, stand properly, so I'm going to call this shield mode, just because I do like the base mode of it, of it being a shield. It's just really tiny. Like, I like the detailing on the front. I like the gold paint. I like this red gem. The KingOhger symbol being at the front and center and being the button. The silver here. Like, I think this front part is the best. I think the back is a huge mess. So first of all, like, the handle for the gun mode is just puny. The handle for the bladed mode, or basically just if you want to use it as a shield, it's alright. This feels alright. It's just that my hand is too big that it's gonna hit the trigger here. You got the pull tab there. Got this big gap for the Ohger caliber. It's just, I don't know, handling this thing is just confusing. Like, I think it just kind of only works as a shield. And then, like, other than that, it's just like, you know, you can thrust it and such. And, like, we got the speakers up there. And to change it into its modes, I don't know what you're supposed to do, because as you can see in this mode, the buttons are, like, already locked, so they're just kind of falling through. But I prefer just to hold them down and then just move them up like so. So here we are with blade mode, which is, I mean, I think it's fine. You actually have clearance now. You can actually hold this comfortably. And then just show right away. Just move this down like so. We get the stupidest mode out of this thing, comma mode. How is this a scythe? Like what I said in a live stream, this is more of a boomerang. Like, you just need to throw it back and then just have it spin like so. It's just a boomerang. And then from here we have the bow mode, which is probably my second favorite mode. I don't know, I think crossbows are pretty neat. Temperature. And then if we fully close it in, again, it's just the shield mode, but now you hold it from here, so that's gun mode. I think it's fine, but I feel like the best mode out of this one is when we lock it in, we get claw mode. Again, I don't know why I like claws, but I just really like how it looks overall. And again, this is the only one that actually locks, or the only other like mode that actually locks the blades. My only issue with the claw mode is just how do you hold this? Because I think in the show he holds it from here, like so, but at the same time he holds, like, this is like the only weapon where he hold, like, there's two ways to hold it. What does the box show? The box, see, this is, see, what the heck? Like, so the box has him holding it like this. He has, it has him holding it by the trigger. But then you can also like do like, you can also hold it from here to like do stuff like that. So it's just like, I don't know how you're supposed to handle this mode. But it's still my favorite. So we're in this mode, so we might as well pull the pull tab because we got clearance. And this one's neat because when you actually push the buttons in, they go back in. I forgot the word. They contract in, or I forget the word. But anyways, obviously as you heard, we don't have a announcement because you have to press the button to get the announcement of the weapon. Which I don't know why people just are kind of ignorant about that. It's because basically you press any of these buttons before then it completely interrupts it. So there's no mode you can use the shield on, so this is this is gonna be one of my biggest annoyances with. Okay, thank gosh. Okay, so let's do blade mode. So just simply hold this, or not hold, press the button like so. So we get 3 attack sounds. That spoiled something. If we were to press that, we get this amazing standby. And then we have to press the button again. To get Ultra Slash. Now we'll transform into gun mode, like so, and then press the trigger like so. We only get the one shooting sound, and it's basically just a punt. Again, press the button here. And then press the trigger. And those are only 2 finishers. So you might be wondering, how are 2 finishers supposed to fit with 6 modes? Well, you're just gonna have to imagine. Which is why, when in comma mode, I will show off the fact that you can actually hold down the button to do this charge attack. And then when you let go, it just does that, which is why I just said this is just more of a comma. Not a comma, this is more of a boomerang. And then if you were to press this, and then if you tried to press this again, hold your slash. And then for crossbow mode, again, if you were to press this, it's the same until you hold it down. To which you just let go, and then when you press this again, apparently Rita holds it like this and such, which makes sense because you can do like stuff like that. Temperature, why is it always temperature on the crossbow? And then claw mode, I guess. Claw mode, I don't know. Alright, I guess the two can interrupt each other. Like, I don't know. Claw mode is just kind of confused. Anyways, let's get to the main functionality of this thing. So if we have to put it in blade mode, and then pull out our trusty older caliber, and this thing is on. I guess if you want a size comparison, it's basically half the size. So basically, obviously to connect the two, you just want to slot this on the hilt of the ultra caliber, like so. This is why I didn't want to do that. Yeah, this is it. This is the Naginata mode, to which it looks neat. The issue is that we don't have sounds. This does nothing when you combine these two together. All you get is this satisfying click, and that's it. It just... How? How do you fail at this aspect so much? Because most of the time when they have this kind of gimmick, it's typically a big deal. Because you at least get like one more sound out of this thing. But no, I don't know how they failed here. And the thing too is that it doesn't even matter how you like insert it. You can literally do that just because of how this works. But like, I just don't get, like, just to prove, like, this thing doesn't do anything. And then, like... It's just... Like, they couldn't even just put a little button or switch here? Like, I don't get it. Like, oh my gosh, stop. This is like the worst, because like this button is so finicky, and yet it plays one of the best standbys we've gotten in recency. But, gosh. But yeah, like overall, before the camera dies and overheats, like this is such a disappointing weapon. Like, this is more like unneeded than the Ultra Caliber. Like, I think the concept of it is neat, because it's basically trying to be accused of weapon, but like, I guess more efficient. But like, it can't even do that. I just, like, I think it's cool that they have a shield as a sidearm. But like, it's so inefficient with its modes. I just feel like the crossbow and the claw and the blade are probably the best ones. The gun is like obviously easy. I don't even know why they thought of a comma. And just the Naginata mode is just so disappointing. Like, I feel like this toy would have been like, I at least would have said, it's alright, because of the fact you can combine it with the Ultra Caliber and get like one more sound, but like, you don't even get that. It's just for an aesthetic reason. And it just feels pointless. Like, and it just makes this thing so unnecessarily big. Like, then it could have just been a lot more flatter of a toy. It's just such a weird piece of plastic. And this one, I have to say, definitely get on a sale. Don't buy it full price. It's not worth it. When it only has, the only good thing about it is the activation sound and the standby. But it's ruined by how touchy the buttons are. I don't like how touchy this button is. It's annoying. And I don't like how cramped this handle is. Because I'm gonna, like, if I want to slash, I'm gonna end up shooting. And it's just like, at least Cube's a Weapon had programmed each sounds. Stop overheating. I need to finish this. Like, Cube's a Weapon at least had, like, you can cycle through each 9 modes, which is great. This one doesn't even have that. It doesn't even know which mode it's in. It just genericizes it into Ultra Slash or Ultra Shoot, which is just, I don't know how it can downgrade so bad. But like, get this thing on the sale. I think from a concept, it's cool, but the execution is poor. The battery's gonna die and it's gonna overheat. I'll have to do this review. This is Ryder, and I'll leave people. Bye. That's not it.